Actually, you can sit right there. Welcome. Not today.
They were up 2 sets to 1, and they were tied right now in 4 sets. Playing well.
All right, 6:30. Call the Gilbert School Board meeting for Wednesday, October 15th to order. Since we are doing recording now, I'd just like to do a roll call. We can start, James. Your name and your position.
James Slaughter, student representative.
Cameron Picard, student representative.
Ashland Rosen, student representative.
Michaela DeSanti, student representative.
Don Moore.
Teresa Payton.
Kurt Warner.
Mike Susan, head of school.
Ali Cassidy.
Ellen Marino.
Renee Waldron.
Joanne Galinsky Jordan.
Diane Cook, business manager.
Lauren Dombrowski, minutes recording secretary.
Thank you. To start the meeting, we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance with Joanne leading us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Gilbert School is committed to ensuring that all of our students are prepared to be thoughtful and productive citizens in a complex global society. In pursuing this mission, we believe that all students can learn and be successful. All students are valued and deserve an education that addresses their academic, physical, and social-emotional needs. All students are entitled to a safe, healthy, and respectful learning environment. All Gilbert School community members must uphold high expectations to be accountable and demonstrate a commitment to excellence. Celebrating the heritage of the Gilbert School strengthens community pride and inspires individual accomplishments.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is our public forum for the general public. The WL Gilbert School Corporation welcomes comments from the public. Please state your name and address. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes per board policy 1120. Is there anyone that wishes to speak? No. Okay. Next item is our student representatives report, and I'm happy to say we have 2 middle school representatives, so welcome to you both. Thank you for coming and being willing to report on the happenings of school. So we'll start with James.
Alrighty, so in the world of sports, we've started something called Class Act. This gets kids involved. So basically we have a representative from each sport. Each student is someone that exemplifies sportsmanship in their respective sport. We meet every Friday during advisory, and we talk of ways we can get other students to sports games, encourage sportsmanship, and get everybody more involved in the sports. So a couple things we've been doing is talking about certain incentives, whether it's bonus points for our upcoming homecoming points or incentives like free t-shirts like we did last year. We've worked that into volleyball games. So if kids show up and they follow, say it's a whiteout game, we announce it's a whiteout game, you show up to that game, Mr. Penn will be there. If he sees you and you're showing school spirit above everybody else, you get recognized, you get a t-shirt, and you get a picture. As I mentioned before, we have homecoming coming up. That's going to be next Saturday. On that day, we have our alumni soccer game, our alumni volleyball game. The alumni cheerleaders are going to be at the football game. We also have the ribbon cutting to dedicate the new gym downstairs. We're going to have a choir performance for that, as well as the Yellow Jacket Marching Band performing. And then we're also going to have the press box dedication outside to Billy Richmond. And then we're going to have the football game kick off, and then later that night we have homecoming.
Cameron?
I'd just like to say I'm very honored to be here to represent the student body here at the Gilbert School. Today I'm going to be talking about the music department and everything that's been going on in the music department. So we've currently had 2 marching band competitions. Our first one took place at Rocky Hill, where we scored a 72.1, taking first place in Class 2A. And our second competition at Cheshire, we scored 72.6, taking second place. This past Friday, on October 10th, was Berkshire's for both choir and band. 21 TGS students were accepted into the Berkshire Music Festival. This festival is an event that brings together students from the Berkshire League, Nottawag, Chippewa, Torrington, Lakeview, Northwestern, Gilbert, Housatonic, Lewis Mills, Terryville, and Thomaston. So on Wednesday, October 1st, the accepted students traveled to Lewis Mills, and then for a rehearsal, and then the concert was held this past Friday at 7 p.m. Northern Region auditions for students who decided to apply for that are on November 8th. And ASBDA, which is another music festival, will be happening on November 12th at Maloney High School. Also, something that we are bringing back is our formerly known as Coffee House. We changed the name to Open Mic. It'll be taking place on Thursday, November 20th here in the library. We're calling it Fall into the Arts. So we're encouraging high schoolers to complete an application to perform either like a musical performance, stand-up comedy, poetry, and other skills like that. So yeah, we're just very excited for what's going on in the music department here this year.
Thank you. Ashley?
For Spirit Week, we're doing the Spirit Week next week. It's from October 20 to 24th, and we're starting with, on Monday, we're going to do an Adam Sandler Day, and everybody dresses as Adam Sandler. On Tuesday, we're all going to have a twin and do Twin Day. On Wednesday, we're doing City versus Country Day, where we represent cities and countries. On Thursday, we dress as Blue and Gold Day to represent all the school colors. And on Friday, we're going to do each grade has a different color that they wear. For 7th grade, I know it's yellow. For the staff, it's rainbow. I don't know what yeah. And then we're going to do a pep rally at the end of the day.
Cool. Thank you. Okay.
I'm also going to be talking about Spirit Week a little bit, and a little bit of the about the clubs we have here. We have computer club, and we're trying to make a little more clubs because we don't have too many. And for Spirit Week, yeah, she said all the days that I wrote down, and I'm very excited for everyone to dress up and see this happen one more time, because this is my second time seeing it. And the homecoming theme is Night in the Bayou. I also heard about walls. They're also being judged on Friday morning at 7 a.m. It will be held on this year's Spirit Week will be held on the 20th to the 24th.
Thank you. The walls are just the high school?
Is that just high school
Yes.
walls?
Yeah.
Each class?
Okay. Well, thank you guys. I'm glad 3 of you guys are new, and James is always coming faithfully. So I appreciate the report you guys gave, and you're welcome to leave if you want. You're welcome to stay as well. It's up to you. I'm sure you have band.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is employee recognition. Oh, there is no call for agenda items.
It's,
Oh, sorry. I did call for agenda items. Did you have something?
I do have something that I need to add at some point. I wanted to talk a little bit about unified sports and possibly seeing if we want to take a look at what we could do to maybe have a team here, unified sports team.
Okay, let's add it after the policies. Right? Fine with that down here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so we'll make it on between 8 and 9,
Okay,
discussion on unified sports.
yeah.
You're making that motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Joanne? Lauren, you good?
Yep.
Okay, all in favor or any discussion?
Here for it.
Unanimous, thank you.
Thank you.
Now on to employee recognition.
Yes, actually, Cameron actually talked about it. As far as the marching band, achieving first place in class 2A. They spend an incredible amount of time practicing. Every day I see them rolling lights out onto the field, and then rolling them back in. It's a lot of prep work, and dedication on their part, as well as Scott Milling. So I just wanted to draw your attention to a combination letter that I put in Scott's file saying congratulations on a job well done.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. We have 2 meetings from September. The first is September 17th. That was our regular meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Ellen, thank you.
Second.
Well, with edits if that's fine.
Wait, hold on. Do we have a second? Teresa?
Second.
Thank you. Okay, Jonathan?
It might be petty, but I noticed there were some H's in Jonathan, if this will be fixed.
That's not petty. That's how your name is spelled. Can you just let Lauren know where? Would you?
All right, thank you.
Any other revisions? All in favor?
Before that, for the, my, Winchester, liaison report,
Yep.
number 3 says I informed, it's, a typo, it's he informed, I believe. Sorry.
That's okay. Anything else? All in favor of the minutes as revised? Unanimous. Oh,
Well, I'm gonna just
one
abstain since I
abstention, sorry.
wasn't
Yep.
here for that, so that's one abstention. Thanks. Renee abstained?
Yes.
Yes.
And then the next set of minutes is from our special meeting on September 24th that we had with Nick Caruso for our board goals.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Ellen and Teresa, is there any revisions? All in favor?
I'm gonna abstain, I wasn't here.
And I will also abstain, I wasn't here.
Move it to everyone.
No, we did. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Lauren, and Renee and Joanne abstain.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to committee reports, Ellen with finance.
Finance met just before the meeting, went over the monthly report, no real surprises there. And then Diane brought us some line item adjustments, which I don't know if everybody has them now, but.
Yeah, they all have them now.
Okay, so, something we do every year to balance the budget, there's some overruns and then there's some underused line items. So, typically what we do is we make a motion to approve the entire line item transfers to reconcile the budget in one motion and then attach this to the minutes. That's how we usually do it. So, I will make a motion that we approve the line item transfers as presented.
A second.
Okay, and then I'll just have for discussion, I guess.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And you probably talked about this in the finance meeting, but, I'm just curious, Diane, we had a 169.21% spending in the board line? $4,061?
Well, it's only budgeted for 2,400 or.
I was just curious, how did we do
Yeah, we
that?
only budgeted 2,400, we spent 4,000. And that board line item includes the money that we're paying Lauren to record the minutes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it might have gone up 169%.
That's why I was like, what did we buy?
Dollar-wise, it's not a lot of money.
Worth every penny, thank you.
1,000% is somebody who
You're
used
worth
to
it.
have
Thank you,
to
guys.
You're worth it.
paid out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
You heard it.
I was gonna say, I don't actually need that.
It's also,
She said it's on.
she said it's recorded,
Oh, yeah?
what you just said.
Any other questions or comments on the transfers?
One more question, Diane.
Okay,
Do you know what it's gonna be?
how much is left in the account?
How much is, once the $184,300 goes into capital reserve?
Well, remember,
I know we have some
we
budgeted.
start, right, we have some budgeted in 25-26.
Yep.
We're gonna put in about 184, so we're still gonna have about 600,000 when it all nets out.
Basically what we're taking out is what we're putting in.
Yeah.
Thank you. I guess we can call vote. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. Next, committee report policy. Ellen?
Policy did not meet in October, we will be meeting in November.
Yeah, November 6th. Building and grounds. Jonathan, you want to give that report?
Of course.
Thank you.
During our meeting earlier today, Mr. Susi addressed the bus loop situation. He addressed a sinkhole and washout, and he is consulting with experts to find a less invasive, more cost-effective solution focused on improved drainage, with work anticipated in phases over the next couple of weeks. Mike Pelletier reported on gym repairs, including power for the hoops and shot clocks, trim work, and wall painting. Significant maintenance challenges remain, such as an out-of-order boiler, a replaced radiator valve, and an active ceiling leak. This is because of old plumbing deep in the wall, and recurring water issues from a central towel. They are currently addressing the aging, more than half-century-old plumbing system and hope to receive some money back from a previous contract, hopefully to offset repair costs.
Thank you. Personnel, there was no meeting to report on and no meeting scheduled. Nominating, we will need to meet in November. That'll be after our November meeting we'll meet, because we have to have a slate of officers and committees for December. So we'll just keep that on the radar. And ad hoc negotiating committee, we met prior to our special board meeting on September 24th. Mr. Susi presented us some requests that came from Dr. Luby. We reviewed them and gave him our points to go back with, and I don't know if you want to take it from there.
Sure. So right now, we're really, Dr. Luby and I are just talking through the options. Nothing has really been put in writing yet as far as here's a formal plan, but more so, what are the talking points from both sides? It's been a good discussion. It's challenging sometimes when a topic is brought up. You want to get into it right there, the specifics of it, but it's more about hearing than speaking, or hear what both sides are interested in, and then come back around and then start to chip away at the different items that are on the list. So I have that on my report, but I'll just kind of get into it now. We met recently just to go over both sides and see where we are currently at. There are some items that were tabled just for needing more time to investigate some of the topics. But I can report out that discussions are going well. It seems very collaborative, and hopefully we'll work our way through both sides and come up with something that we can present to both subcommittees that will be appropriate.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is correspondence. We have some in our packet.
Yeah, it's read a lot of letters. It's nice though, it's good.
One of our goals this year is to get out there more, get our message out there more, recognize people more. So I'll run through the packet quickly. So the first one is, as you know, we had our open house. We really pushed to make it an engaging event, to get more participation by families and students. Thank you for board members that came. I thought it was a tremendous evening. We had great participation, a lot of positive feedback from people, and our numbers were definitely up than they were in the past. So I feel like we accomplished our goal there. Part of that, the last board meeting, I spoke of specifics that the trust gave to support that event. The top letter is just to say thank you again for their role in supporting that event. Their efforts certainly helped us accomplish our goals. Also, there were a couple other vendors, Jack of All Maids, just that night came up and donated cleaning services. So we sent them a thank you letter for that. As well as the food service director did a great job with the dinner that they provided. The next group of letters are people that were there for the outside the actual event. It was more of a career fair. So we had the recreation department was there, sent them a thank you letter. Torrington Youth Service Bureau was there. The Center for Children and Families was there. The fire department was there. The police department was there. We had 2 recruiters there. So there's a group of letters here that thank all the people that participated. We had our yearbook advisor there. And I think that rounds out all of our thank you letters again. After the event, Tim Cronin from the Trust actually sent me a letter just congratulating us on a job well done, which I hope you're seeing a theme here with the collaboration with the Trust more. They've been very supportive to us. The next letter in the packet is writing to Miss Bill Isles for 28 years dedicated service to the Gilbert Trust. 28 years is quite a run.
She'd also served at some point on the school corporation as well.
She was.
All right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
both service on both boards. Yep.
The next group of letters are 10-year letters. What those are, when a teacher, a new teacher to us in Connecticut, has served for 4 years, they achieve tenure status. If a teacher came to us from a district where they were tenured, they have to be here 2 years to achieve tenure status again. And that's the group of letters that you see next in the packet. The next group of letters are condolence letters that we sent. One was to Mary Ann Schaefer and Peter, her husband. Peter's mom passed away. Also, we sent a letter to Mrs. Robbins. Her husband Roger passed away, which she sent us a thank you note for our condolence letter, which is in here as well.
Who was that?
Donnie Robbins, Roger. She was like a secretary for over 50 years.
Okay.
And then also another one for the Batistas. There's 2 letters here for the passing of both Siobhan and Ben. We sent letters to them. The last letter in the correspondence is to the Northwest Community Bank Foundation in support of the Northwest Connecticut Housing and Innovation Center. They're applying for a grant that will create a program for manufacturing construction. So they want to partner with us, where we'll send our kids there to take manufacturing classes with CNC machines, laser cutters. So they're developing that program, and to do that, they were applying for a grant, and they needed our support, which that's the letter that we'll do. They'll also come here and train our teachers. So the goal is to introduce that to our 7th and 8th graders, and hopefully get them to understand that we have more offerings, so we can keep more students than having them go to tech schools. So it's just another option for our students. And lastly, there's another letter that we just received. I'll pass it out to the group. Again, it was from the trust, where James talked about earlier, the class act group raised $313. That, again, is going to their club to help support the club and groups that they want to support.
Thank you. That was a lot. All good stuff. Next item is the second reading of 4 policies that we saw last month. So I'll quickly go over them. Policy 3280, which is business non-instructional operations and gift acceptance. The red line version's in our packet. The next one is policy 3453-1, business non-instructional operations unexpended class funds, so the money that's left over from classes that have graduated, that's redlined as well. Policy 6172.6, instruction, virtual online courses, college/university courses. And then the last one is policy 1330, community relations and use of the building and grounds. So these will all be voted on at our November meeting.
May I ask, are these letters public record? Will they be with our board notes on the site?
I think everything is.
They're in our packet, yeah.
Everything in the packet's public record.
So I would make a suggestion just to keep the teacher's addresses private,
Okay?
unless they want to divulge their home address.
Sure.
Thanks, Jordan. That finishes item number 8. So we added item number, I guess 8, 8.5, discussion on unified sports.
Unified sports, yes, so, there's several different unified sports programs in our local area towns, and, they're for, students with and without special needs who participate in sports, and, there is funding available, and I don't know, it's a really phenomenal program. It gets students out there and playing sports that maybe typically wouldn't be on a sports team, and I think, it's just a really great thing for families, to participate in as well. So I was just hoping that maybe we can talk to somebody, about that, maybe the athletic director, and see whether or not we can bring that to Gilbert.
Yeah, that's a great idea. They also have, some districts have other programs besides sports, like drama. So yeah, I'm happy to look into those options. It's a great idea.
Do you have opportunities for funding to share with Mike or any information you have?
Yeah, I know there's state funding. I thought it was from like SEED, and then what are we part of for the sports league? Is that the
CIAC.
CIAC has I'm sure has information about it. I mean, it's a pretty big program, so
Yes.
I know the coach where I work, and they're always looking for other people and teams to play with, to kind of get the league a little bit bigger. So, just an idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, great idea. Okay, next item is our board goals to vote on. This is what we discussed, and I drafted, Mary Ann put them on a fancy little letterhead for us. So these were created at this September 24th meeting. We added the leadership one, I put that one at the top. Student achievement, engagement, collaboration, budget development, and fiscal management, and community engagement. So I would like to present this for a vote. I'll make the motion to approve them.
Second.
second from Teresa. Any discussion?
I think we did the deep dive
We
that
did
night.
the deep dive that night. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. We now have board goals. Next item, head of school report.
Okay, already spoke about the collaboration with the, Dr. Luby. As you know, for recording of the meetings, it's happening now.
It's happening.
So we'll check it later. I can see it right now
Okay.
online, so
Is it YouTube? Is that?
yes.
Gilbert.
YouTube. It's not. It's not late. I'm not on
Nope.
that committee.
So that's happening. Hopefully that works well. The question we have is about the sound, so we're still kind of wondering how that's going to come
How
out.
sensitive that mic is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can find out.
We'll find out. And I talked with our student reps this morning and explained that we're going to have this set up and that they have to project their voice. Some of the students are very quiet,
Mhm.
so hopefully picked up on everything.
That's tough, it's the very first meeting you're gonna run from.
Yeah,
They're more
especially,
comfortable.
yeah, especially the middle school students.
Yeah.
Homecoming, James and the middle school students covered a lot of the events. For my first portion, I would just like to again express it's a really important day for us. We have a lot of people coming here, we have a lot of events happening. Not only do we have the ribbon cutting and then the dedication of the press box, but we also have the football, this 1975 football team that won the states that year being recognized as well for the game. So we have a lot of events, we have a lot of alumni coming back. I hope that everyone can come and support the event. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a great day, so I hope everyone shows.
Have the registrations and signups been going well? Because I know I'm getting reminded every day in some capacity.
Yes,
So
yes, we are trying to be very active with that.
I think it's great.
I like the fact that you registered. That's a good idea.
So we'll have a reception out here, so backside of the school, underneath, there'll be food set up there. If you registered, you can participate in the food area, and then you get a ticket for the game. So it's going to be a great event. We're looking forward to it.
How are they keeping, to have somebody there, how is that being managed? Like, does somebody have a computer, no?
Yes,
So there's a-
they're checking people
So there's
in,
a check-in station,
and there'll be a ticket. I believe they get a ticket.
so you're coming in from the student side?
Yes.
That's where they all would come in?
Yeah, so we're having them park over here and walk through.
Okay, so somebody's controlling where they park it as well. I'm just curious.
We'll have, yeah, it's gonna be a
It's gonna be
packed
interesting.
day, so we're gonna have to like manage the parking. Parking here is not
It's not ideal.
ideal, yes.
How many dignitaries actually responded?
I think we sent out probably 25 invitations. I think we have 3, maybe 4. One's on the fence right now, maybe we're back. But.
If you don't ask, they don't come, so that's
Right,
good.
Yeah,
right, and
no,
the more
yeah.
we ask, the more we, one of the goals is really we want specifically the dignitaries to come here
To see.
and to see the school.
Right,
And so when we go to approach the state about funding support for projects, we're not just making this up. There's a literal sinkhole in our driveway.
yeah.
So, yeah, the more we get, the better. So if you know people, please invite them. Long-range planning. So I've been meeting with Tim and Chris to develop our perspectives from both sides. And then we're going to meet with some of the leadership of the trust and the board to talk about kind of bringing this all together and then trying to put something down on paper to look at what does the school look like in 10 years. Some of the things we've talked about, science labs, the bus loop, but there are other items we need to discuss as well. Programs, curriculum instruction, collaboration between the two organizations, collaboration between the three organizations as far as how Winchester fits in, bringing in other center towns, ramping up our international population. So this is the big picture discussion and setting targets for where we want to be in 10 years. We have set up a debate for the Board of Education next Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. We have 4 candidates for each, Democrats and Republicans. We'll have a faculty member who will be the moderator, and we'll have students from, I believe it's the AP government class, will be working with the moderator to run the event. It'll be 7 to 8 p.m., 1 hour. It should be a good event. Students are working on questions right now. We're getting 3 questions from each group, the Democratic and Republican candidates, and then the students will create their own questions, and then they're working on the exact format right now. The students are developing that. Facility improvement update. We talked about the bus loop already. Other things that we are looking at, we're finishing up the gym project. Science labs are the next thing on the horizon once we get past the bus loop, and also the auditorium is something that's needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. So those are the immediate things that we are trying to address. Again, the collaboration with the trust, they'll be helping with fundraising. That's one of the beauties of being a town academy. Public schools really don't have the ability to go out and fundraise for projects. We do. So working with the trust, we're going to try and work on some campaigns to help offset some of those costs so we get these projects done sooner rather than later. Any questions about that so far? And lastly, graduation date. I was approached about when the graduation date is. Did some research. Our attorney shared with us that once we establish our calendar, and if our calendar is over 180 days, that graduation date that we set is the graduation date. Even if we have 15 snow days, doesn't matter. The law changed a few years ago that allows us to, once we establish our calendar, that's the date.
So do we need a motion to set the graduation date?
Well, you voted on the calendar
Yep.
already.
We have to vote on graduation date.
Yeah, we've always done the graduation day for some
Do you
reason.
have a proposed date? It's the last thing.
I was gonna look at the school calendar.
Will graduation still be held here? The Gilbert School?
I think only 1 year they didn't hold it.
Yes, as opposed to,
One time they did it
Theater.
downtown.
Schools.
They usually do it at the Warner Theater for
Some
some schools around here because of handicap accessibility and whatnot.
Gilbert's never done
It's
that.
always,
Yeah, the only time they had it off campus was during COVID, it was down at the park. But otherwise, it's usually, they've had it outside or whatever, but it's usually in the auditorium that they walk down to the gym. That's how they usually do it.
That's handicap accessible though, right?
Yes.
For everything, so we
We
don't have
have
to
ramps
worry
and
about that,
everything like
right?
that.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
As long as the AC works, I would assume,
The
right,
AC.
for the summer.
There's no AC.
No AC?
There's no AC in
I
there.
would love
Large
if we had
fans.
AC in there that worked.
Add it to the budget.
That is one of the projects
It's
that,
not that bad.
If you
though,
open
with the right combination of doors, it's windy in there for some reason.
I
in the
went to the
dead of
graduation this past year.
it's pouring.
It was worse in the gym.
It was hailing, unbelievable. It was hailing in June.
Well, the gym stuff.
I know, that's what I mean,
But
when
it
the
wasn't
kids,
too
when the
bad.
kids are all stuffed in the gym.
I was
it's-
expecting it to be,
Yeah, the auditorium is usually
No,
not
the
bad.
auditorium's
It has
fine, but
this
the gym is.
Yeah, the gym, you have to open the little gym and try to get across, but it's,
the last day of school, which is 181 days. I think that's right.
Is that?
Just so everyone knows, right?
We should have graduations, so like kid graduating.
So do you, how has it happened in the past, or do you always do it on a certain day?
No.
So if it's a Wednesday, it's a Wednesday?
Yep.
So the last day of school is Thursday?
Thursday the 11th on the calendar.
That would meet the requirements of the state statute, so I would recommend June 11th.
So we're, is it Wednesday?
It's
That's a
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh. So we don't have board meeting then.
No.
That's the graduation day, but like the ceremony and so forth, that's usually on a weekend, right? No,
No.
it's that day?
Yeah, it tends to be the last day of school
Yeah, it
historically
doesn't-
is.
Oh, wow.
It's
It's like
Regardless
when you
of
have
what
it at
day
like
of
the
the week.
Warner or something,
It's
they have
different.
it different, like it's like a,
I think because we have the benefit of the smaller size, we've never thankfully had to go and rent a bigger venue, which then I think it gets competitive about dates, but because we can hold the whole event here, I think historically it's been
It's always
established
usually
with the
been
last day of school,
day.
so it's been any
Last
day of
day.
the week.
it's gonna be a busy day.
Does that affect the after graduation event?
They're probably waiting on us to book their event, honestly.
So
that-
there will
yeah.
be most likely an event, so
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
they
project
open
graduation, we do that.
on Wednesdays?
I think they just,
Thursdays?
Thursday, they would
Yeah,
do it
oh, yeah.
after,
yeah, the events, venues you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is probably better for them, because they're probably booked Friday, Saturdays.
So I will make a motion to set graduation date on Thursday, June 11th.
A second.
Just one quick thing, I just
Sure.
wanted to know how many students do you have that are slated to graduate, or do you know, what's our senior class number now?
Off the top of my head, I think, 71.
71. Sorry,
No, that's fine,
That's,
that's what
don't
discussion.
hold me to that,
okay.
ish, 71-ish, it's in that range.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Unanimous? Thank you. Is that it for you?
That's it for me.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the Winchester Board of Education report.
The negotiating committee heard from Julie Luby about updates, and we know that the talks are still ongoing. On top of that, last night, the incumbent WPS board had its final regular meeting, and it's a privilege to be on these first years of my term, and privileged to work with
This is it for you tonight?
Yes, it
Renee?
is.
Okay.
And also, I wanted to say that the student representatives from last night's meeting did a wonderful job, as they usually do, for, our Board of Ed too. So it's really nice to hear about what they're working on in school, their academics, and, I don't know if that's something you wanna have, like, your student representatives talk a little bit about, like, what they're doing in the different grades, but it's nice to hear, like, what they're working on, so projects and, science things, and it's cool. And yes, this is my last meeting, so.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your service to Winchester Board of Ed, being
No problem.
here, all the committees.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a great experience. I think everybody should try it at least once in their lives.
Is that it for Winchester?
When you get out,
Anything else for Winchester? School Corporation Chair report, I had on my list too. Thank you for your service, Renee. You've bringing things up that, like unified sports, that we haven't thought of, so I really appreciate the value you brought to the board of last 2 years.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. And Kurt and Joanne, I think seats are in limbo, so thank you guys as well. Hopefully you guys can stay on. Look forward to that. I would echo what Mike said about homecoming. If anybody can attend on Saturday the 25th, that would be great. You're still on the board technically, so feel free to come. I'll be meeting with Mike and Tim and Chris tomorrow and Jared to talk about the long-range planning. And lastly, on a somewhat personal note, I would just like to congratulate Joanne on getting her doctorate.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And that was all I had, so Jonathan, would you like to make the motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second by
Sure.
Teresa. All in favor? Okay, meeting adjourned, thank you.
So Jonathan and Teresa?
Jonathan, Teresa, yep.
You're out.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lauren.
You're welcome.
She is being recognized by her.
Thank you for coming.
Just sounded very-
Always educational.
Sure.
Thank you. It was very stressful because we tossed this proposed, it was accepted, so. Thank you very much.
You applied for one.